everybody. Welcome to Sidetrack Sunday. This is the fifth Sunday edition. Today is November 29th, and I'm here hosting for the Sidetrack Sunday guys. They're all taking a break this week, probably hanging out down in chat. So say hello to those guys. Just want to give a quick shout out. You guys all know the team. It's Raybo Bell from the Beauville and Newtown, John from the Schuylkill River Valley, Heath, Humanity Junction, and Jason, the Train Freak. Those are your Sidetrack Sunday guys. And I'm just a fill-in here for this week, so I'm hoping that I can do just as good a job as those guys. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do. Well, I got an idea of what we can do. But in the meantime, I've got a special guest with me to help me throughout the night. And I'm going to bring him up here, and we'll see if we can get some laughs going and get somebody in chat and get this game going. So everybody say hi to Jerry, my man over there. How's it going, bud?
Friends?
So it looks like chat's going pretty well. There were a couple people in here early on.
JD.
JD's in here. It looks like JD's already looking for some flogging hanging on tonight. So I don't know if that's happening or not. Heath is definitely here, so we might be able to get that going. We'll see how it goes. But there's a bunch of people I could see over in chat. Just to run down the list again, this is YouTube, so I don't know how accurate this list may be. But according to the YouTube studio panel, we've got Lee from the Anfield Road layout in the loft. He's hanging in with us from over in the UK, I believe, from across the pond. Chuck is here, CDP Rail, or CDP 1965. Dwight Curley is in the house. JD Grandpa Rails. Heath from Humanity Junction. Hello, my friend. We've got Uncle Wilmer, Indian Head Valley Railroad. Of course, Jerry's in the house. Joe Rader's hanging out. We've got Ian from the Lehigh River Subdivision. Manny's here. Martin's here. We got Marty from M&M Short Lines. He's here also, hanging out. Of course, our man of the hour, Raybo Bell, the creator of this fine show. He's hanging down there in chat as well. So is John from Schuylkill River Valley. And Steve 87th is hanging out also. So if I forgot anybody, I apologize. I'm just going off of what's happening on the screen. So, Jerry, how you been, man? How was Thanksgiving?
Good. Thanksgiving was good, quiet, sort of. Went to my brother's. Yeah, my niece, nephew, kids. Yeah, it was quiet for little kids running around. But how was yours?
Good. We hung out at my mother-in-law's. A lot of food, a lot of family. Well, actually, no, it wasn't a lot of family. It was just my in-laws, Jen's parents, and me and Jen and the kids. So, but definitely a lot of food. Yeah, I think I went through two and a half plates of food. Hung out for about 5 minutes and then hit the dessert tray and had a couple pieces of pie. It was a very fulfilling day. How was everybody else's Thanksgivings? I hope everybody was able to eat well and hang out with some family. Let's see what chat's doing over there. Oh, I see Vinny popped in. Welcome, Vinny. Saying hi to everybody.
I'm trying to keep up with chat and keep up with talking.
It's difficult.
It's a good thing there's not a lot of people in here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, it's a good thing for me.
Oh, Chrissy's here. Hello, Chrissy. Hello, my dear. How are you? Chrissy's in the house. I know Chrissy from being over on Ron Toyman's channel. It's fun to hang out with him. Oh man, so I gotta admit, man, I'm a little nervous. Not 100% sure why. I've been up on plenty of panels and I know the drill, but to be the master of ceremonies it's a little stressful.
You'll do fine.
It's a little weird being in this in the left hand chair, I'll tell you.
Oh,
So
wow.
let me flip over. I want to get back out of the participants here. I'm going to look at the live chat.
Real quick, congratulations, Chuck, CDP 1965. It's going to be a grandpa.
Oh, hey, awesome. That is so cool.
Yes.
I totally missed that in the chat, but great job. Awesome.
It's flying by.
Love those moments. Grandpa Rail said that he made 10 pies and ate 2.5 of them. That is great.
Can't believe you made 10 of them.
JD says, I'm a little rusty, but I got this. Well, thanks for the confidence, JD. I appreciate it much. He said that he was nervous during his first. So, all right, I guess I'm just like everyone else then. It's working. Anthony's here from Georgia Sunbelt. He said, good evening all. Still in Thanksgiving food coma. Yeah, I was in a food coma for a couple days. I had Friday off. I had Friday off, and of course, my wife and kids had off from school. So we went over to we went down to Linville Orchards down in what's that, Media?
Something like
somewhere
that.
around there, like that. Linville Orchards is it's an orchard. It's a very large orchard. They do the normal all kinds of fruits and whatnot that they sell commercially and to the public, throughout the year. But right around this time, they also do. They have various fields around the orchard where they also grow Christmas trees. And one of the things that they offer is you can actually go there, and for a set price, no matter your tree size, whether it's 10 foot tall or 10 inches tall, you can actually go out on a little hay ride on a wagon. They take you out into the field, they dump you off, and they give you a handsaw, and you can have the experience of cutting down your Christmas tree. So we've done that for the last 5 years, and we've always done it on a different date. It just so happens this year we did it on Black Friday because we didn't want to actually go out shopping to all the stores. So we decided to go there. We jumped in a wagon. We got a nice tree. I should have took a picture of it and put it up here. We spent all day yesterday putting up the decorations in the house, and of course the kids went crazy. And Mackenzie wants to do almost everything, and Grayson was kind of weird. He wanted to do some stuff, but then he didn't want to be bothered. And then we got like halfway through decorating the tree when he turned around and was like, "Oh, let me put some on there." And then all of a sudden it was his show. So, yeah, it was really weird. So that was my weekend. So other than that and diving into the Thanksgiving food, that's kind of all I've done all weekend long. But we're not here to talk about Thanksgiving or food or even Christmas. Let's keep this as a train show. So I didn't have anything particular planned for tonight, but I know there's something that I've been waiting to do on the layout, and I know you guys have been waiting to see it. So I'm going to flip you guys over to the train cam, and we'll show you what's going on. So as you guys know from a couple previous videos ago, I set up a couple of cameras in the train room And this way I'm able to watch the trains go around from sitting here at my monitor. And it's also cool for if I ever plan to do a live stream, here I am, I can show you guys what's going on in there. So, Jerry, I'm going to shrink you down a little bit.
It's okay.
And if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the chat for me, I'm going to flip over to the train room cameras, and I'm going to explain to everybody a little bit of what they're seeing here. Let me get rid of some of these banners so we can get a good view. If you notice there on the, we'll go from cam 1. So right there in the bottom left-hand corner, that is camera 1. It is basically a shot of the entire top deck of the layout. You're missing a couple corners, but other than that, that's pretty much the entire train room. Over on the left or the right-hand side, you'll see cam 2, which is a shot right above what I'm calling switch junction. That is that section of track there where you see a bunch of locomotives and a whole bunch of switches. Believe it or not, aside from 1 or 2 switches on the entire layout, that section is where all of the switches on my layout are. You can get back and forth through any one of the 3 main lines that are there. And you can also, through a small reversing loop section of track, you can go in any direction that you want. That's the way that we designed it, because my goal on this layout is to run trains. That's all I really want to see. I mean, I want to see the trains go around, and there is a cutoff. There's a part you can't see, but at the top of the layout, there is a cutoff, a switch that goes down into a helix that goes under the top layout down into a switching yard, which also has a reversing loop down underneath. So if I ever want to go and actually switch trains out, I could just go down to the yard, dump out one set of trains, and pick up another one that's waiting, and then bring them up and just watch them run around. So this layout was not designed to do industry, although it could change. You never know. You know, things change all the time on layouts. It's never a finished product. It's always progress. So what I'm going to be working on, if you notice, there are stationed 2 blue Conrail locomotives sitting right there. Looks like they're about to go over the bridge, but in fact, they are actually just sitting on cork, because what I have to do is lay that track. So I'm actually going to run in there into the train room, and I'll show you what's going on, and you'll be able to see me, hopefully still hear me, and we'll get this set up. So here's my 2 Conrails. Beautiful units. I have not been able to actually run them yet. I do know they do work, but I haven't run them yet. So I've got my CN unit over there, which is fabulous running machine. I've got the BNSF unit here. Of course, you know, I have no, well, I know the CN is in FD78. Not 100% sure what the BN unit is. And then back at the far end over there, you can't see, but I'm going to pull up. You'll see my CSX unit, which I believe is actually on. That's loud.
Hey, Rick, the audio is breaking up.
My audio is breaking up? Probably because
Yep.
the layout just went on. Can you shut these guys off? Is that any better?
Keep talking.
Keep talking. I also have a camera here that, this is my cell phone, which is at your top part of your screen there. That is connected to my OBS. You guys can get a view of what I'm actually working on close up because I know these camera shots are a little far away. So I do have one section of the layout. This inner track here is complete. I can send a train across the bridge, and that doesn't work. My goal now is to get this last part connected to the double track bridge, and once I have that done, my track length for the layout will be complete. After that, it's going to be all
Rick,
scenery unless I
it's still
come up with
breaking
an
up.
issue.
It's still breaking up. It's breaking up on my end too, guys. I don't know if I'm breaking up too to you guys.
Is that any better?
Yeah, it's better now.
Still bad?
No, it's good.
Yeah. Okay. So apparently I can't use. All right. Apparently I can't use my Bluetooth headset then.
Oh yeah, no Bluetooth.
All right. So let me do. I don't know if it's going to allow me to do that. Hang tight.
Well, whatever you did in the beginning, it was fine. So I don't know where he went, but hey, there he goes.
Yeah. There's always gremlins, right?
Damn you, Heath!
Heath shows up and it just goes to crap. All right. So if I change, let me see. If I change my microphone, no, see, it doesn't know. Damn OBS.
Have you been on Bluetooth the whole time?
Yeah, but I was sitting here at my desk the entire time.
So
So it
maybe,
looks like if I walk 10
yeah,
feet away,
you wander too
then it gets
far. You got some
choppy.
interference or something.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe you have lead somewhere. Kryptonite.
Well, you know what it might be? It could be, right above me, right where I was standing, is where my HVAC unit is. So I'm wondering if maybe the metal is causing some interference there.
Maybe.
I'm trying to see if I can get my
It all
audio.
worked fine. It all worked fine when we were testing
Yeah, because I was
days
sitting. Yeah,
ago and then
it did
today.
because I was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did, and I had
I
the
wonder if
layout
it's their
on.
phone. I wonder if it's your phone.
Well, the phone actually wasn't on. But let me try something. Hang on.
The only thing that's changed is your phone. Like adding your phone.
Yeah, I added the phone to the
Heath, you're being blamed for Rick's bad audio.
everything. Blame Heath for everything. And it's hard to distinguish. I could turn on the microphone on one of the cameras, but it's hard to distinguish which camera microphone is going to connect to. So let me try this. Hang on, Jerry.
So hey, shameless plug. I was working on my layout today, thanks to Rick, and he printed me up my layout in full size so that I could lay it down and see how my track's going to be, and it looks pretty cool. I kind of like it. So I can't wait to start laying track on my layout. I got to get some more turnouts, but I can't wait to start doing track. Yeah, he is, Jason. Now he's freezing. He's even had problems with his internet. Oh, there he goes. No audio. Can't hear you.
Testing 1, 2. Testing.
Yep, hear you now.
All right. All right. So it doesn't look like it's going to work. That's a bummer. Because I haven't
Surely
seen
is.
anything else. I came with no backup plan because our test went so well.
It did. I don't know. I don't understand why why it's not working now.
I don't know. I don't know. So I'll tell you what. Let me. I'm a little bummed. It stinks.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
I'm
understand why.
So I guess we're back to Thanksgiving and Christmas.
So, don't your cameras in the other room have mics?
They do, but because the feed is going through OSB, I don't know. I can't tell which camera to choose for a microphone because they all appear with the same name because they're all the same brand.
Ah,
So
well, anyway, Rick
weird.
was going to work on his track.
I was gonna
Yeah, it was
I was
all going
gonna
to be
do
pretty
work on the
good.
layout. So I just put on my Christmas list now knowing that this Bluetooth doesn't work. I'm gonna have to find myself an audio mic that I can hook up to my computer to use as an audio system because I'm totally bummed that didn't work.
I just can't understand. We talked like when we first did this test, we were on for a while, and tonight we were on
Yeah.
for at least a half an hour, but you
Yep.
weren't
Well,
streaming.
yeah, I was sitting right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, but
Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, I don't know. It's a bummer. It's always something. It's always something. Things don't always go the way you plan, but
Never,
you do the
never.
best you can, and that's it. Z's fantasy trains. She wants to know, can't you rename the cameras?
Um,
I don't know.
I no. You well in OSB I can, yes, but in StreamYard you can't because StreamYard takes the
Yeah.
ID of how it appears on your computer, and you cannot rename the hardware on your computer. So for me, it just shows up as HDM camera, and there's 3 of them. So I'm not sure if John's saying try the cameras one at a time. I could certainly do that, but I don't want to sit here and waste your guys' time. Then again, I don't know if you guys want to sit here and look at my mug either. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation. Make sure monitor and output is in OSB on the camera that you're feeding into StreamYard. Um, so good point, Heath. But when you go into StreamYard, when you look at audio, there is no option for OSB. You only get the OSB option for camera, but not audio. So the audio has to feed from the computer itself.
Tom had a good point. He said, thinks you can change the name of the hardware in the device manager.
I
I don't.
tried. I tried, Tom. If you know a trick that I don't, I would appreciate it. Maybe we could do a side call because I spent hours trying to figure out how to do that. The only way that I saw to do it was to go through the registry and do it, and there are so many entries for these cameras. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to screw one up over the other. Can you just select your computer's built-in mic? I can select the computer's built-in mic, but it's a desktop computer that has no microphone attached to it. So you would probably get dead air from me. And being that the computer is in the other room than the train layout, you probably wouldn't hear me anyway, even if there was a mic.
Yeah, this is all alien technology to me, Ian.
Yep, Train Freak devices and printers. Once you go in there, you can rename a printer, but you cannot rename a camera from there. Wrong one. I know I can rename printers. Yep, there you go. Same thing. Do you have a USB mic? No, because that would have been the smart thing to do.
Maybe Santa will bring him one.
Yep. As I was saying, that's now on my list. Modern technology crap. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It worked so good before.
Yep.
Maybe it's your internet. Go try again.
I'm just gonna reboot the internet and see if it works.
No, just go try again. Maybe it's something weird.
Well, let me see. Let me go back in here. Audio.
I mean, like the only thing that has changed is adding your phone. I don't know whether or not that would do anything. I don't know those things.
Yeah, I hear you. Let me see. Audio.
You guys are the
Microphone.
computer guys.
Let me try this. Let me bring up here. Let me mute my monitor cam. Oh no, that's right, because this is going directly through there.
That's right. They're all these are IT guys, and they still can't figure it out.
Well, so the other issue that I'm going to have, even if I can figure out the correct camera to get the microphone to go through, I'm using these as speakers also to hear you. So without those, I don't think it would work.
Yeah, can't hear you.
So if I go, let me see, audio. Well, I can leave the speaker there. Larry, let me try. Hang on. All right, here's a camera.
Nothing. So it's hard to tell that if he can hear me. I don't know. So yeah, he can hear me, but we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, and then I figured out why. Because the cameras are in in OSB. You know what I should have did is I should have just. I'll bet you if I take this out of OSB and just put it on a single camera, I could use that camera as audio. See, because the camera is right now in OSB, I can't select it as a microphone in another application. It's already on hold in OSB. Damn OSB. Gotta love it, man.
Yeah, yes
Anyway,
it is.
So, as I said, my plan was to fix that one set of tracks. If I could get that soldered together and hooked up and get it connected to the other side of the bridge, I was going to run 2 trains on the bridge, over the bridge, and give you guys that ultimate shot that everybody's been waiting for, including myself, of seeing the bridge in action. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I can't do that. And I'm a little pissed about it, to be honest with you. I'm smiling, but OBS. Oh, that, you know what? You are so correct. And I have made that mistake ever since I've installed the software. The software is OBS. I keep calling it OSB, and that is a type of wood. You are correct, Keith.
I disagree because I know OSB.
But honestly, at this point, instead of OBS, I can just call it a POS because that's how I kind of feel right now.
Pretty much.
Hide the video in the screen and just use the audio. Hide the video in the screen and just use the audio. I can't hide the audio in the screen. Then you wouldn't see me.
You said hide the video.
Right. I'm sorry. I said audio.
Hide the video.
If I hide the video, then you're not going to see me. On base percentage, Heath. Kind of cool that Logitech upgrade their software to run with StreamYard so easy. You know what? I could just dump this out of OSB and just find the one camera. I think that's going to kick me out of the stream, though.
You can try it. If it kicks you out, then you start.
I mean, hell, I got 30 minutes, right?
I guess something like that.
Here, let me see. If I give...
His computer doesn't have a mic.
No, it does not.
He couldn't afford the mic.
Face cam is
It was extra
already. You should be able to use its mic. Yeah. I see what you're saying. If your face cam is in the scene already, then you should be able to use its mic. Yes, correct. But that camera is here, and the microphone is here, and I want you in there. That's the problem. But even if I did get the microphone working here, and you could hear me from there, I doubt that I could hear you from here.
It's complicated, Heath. It's complicated.
It's like, if you solve one problem, it just creates another. All right, Jerry, hold the screen for a moment. I'm going to dump out. I'm going to drop OSB and just come back up with one camera.
All right, I'll hold the fort, I guess.
Be right back.
Oh, man, I'm going to sweat. It's just me. Yeah, so... Yeah, John had put that link to my layout update. So pop over there and check out the video and let me know some ideas on. You see what's going on with my layout and some industries that I'm putting in there and how best to put them in and what you think would work. I'm doing good, Ray. How are you? Hope you had well, I know you're not feeling well, but my layout's going okay, Steve. Like I said, I did an update today, and so hopefully I'll start. I need to get some turnouts, so I'll start laying some track maybe. Rick's back.
I am back. Okay, so all right, I'm down to one camera. I dumped out OSB, so now I should be able to keep. If I put the microphone over here, hope this is one of those cameras. Hang on.
Yeah, done 26th. I hope so. I mean, it's a little layout, so um, it'll be fun for me to mess around with. Jason, no, I don't know that Trolley Museum. Is it pretty good? I have to check it out. Is your audio working, Rick, or no? Oh, he switched over. It's upside down, but that's okay. Oh, these technical problems are a pain.
These all technical problems. So because the camera is in the ceiling and it's mounted upside down, it flips the image. So that's not going to work either. Oh man, oh man. So 30.
I just can't understand why it's not working because it worked so good the other day. I
It
guess
did.
that's how it is. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's got a mind of its own.
You know what? You know what I should have done. I don't even know which.
Should have stayed in bed.
What's that?
Should have stayed in bed.
Should have stayed in bed. No, you know what I'll do next time? I think I have the solution. I've got a 15-foot USB extension cable. I will put the receiver on the end of that next time and run that into the train room.
If
So
there's
the
a next
receiver
time.
is close. If there's a next time, I might be banned from Sidetrack Sunday at this point.
Yeah.
The guy just comes up and instead of talking about trains, we're talking about audio and video, and Heath's giving all kinds of bad advice. No, I'm only kidding, Heath. All of your troubleshooting and everything is helpful.
John says next time. Like
yeah, right. This is so you saw the beginning of my career, and now here is the end.
Yeah, 15 minutes of fame. That's it. Burning down.
As I'm burning down. So, so Jerry, I'm going to put you on the spot for a minute because I really have nothing else to talk about. I saw your video that you did a little while ago. Your update. The track looks awesome, and I was really glad that some of those turnouts actually lined up right.
The crossovers lined up really well, but like the Pico turnouts are just they call theirs like mediums and large, and where some of the other people call them number sixes, number fives, number fours, things like that. So and they're just a little shorter, but like I said in the video, like I'll be okay because I'm just gonna use Flex Track to take up all my slack, I guess.
Yeah. But between different manufacturers, you're going to see different sizes, different angles,
right.
But for the most part, at least you have an idea now.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at a big green board, you've got the layout in
right.
real blown up to full size.
Yeah. I mean, you have the board, and then you have this little 8x10 paper of the layout. You just don't really get a good idea of how it's going to look in a one-to-one scene, until you do that, where you print everything full size and lay it down if you can.
Yep.
I'm sure it would be hard to do that with a huge layout, but I guess you could. But that would just be like, I don't know. I don't think I would want to do that, but I mean,
you should have saw it when your layout came out to, what was it, like 15 or 18 pages, I think it was. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You should have saw when I printed this one.
Oh, so you did print that?
Oh yeah, I printed it. Yeah. I bought the license for the software just for that purpose, because you couldn't. you couldn't print it one for one without purchasing a license. So I purchased a license, and John and I printed it. Well, I printed it. John designed it. So when we were able to actually put the layout down, I had printed it on a color printer, and I was able to put all of the main lines in a different color. So when I laid them down, I could see, through the different colors, exactly which main line we were working on first. And it was kind of weird, because you would think that you would need to work on one main line at a time to get the track set. Well, it was so much harder to do it that way than to put the track down and work in like sections where you could do all 3 tracks, because you had one sheet of paper there with all 3 lines on it, and you couldn't do one without doing the others. So we actually had to work in sections and put a whole section down to remove the paperwork to put the cork and the track on top. So it was a pain in the butt, but we got it done. We got it done.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where that, that's the way to go, to print it out.
Yeah.
You can really get an idea of how it's going to fit, how it's going to work. And I guess especially if, I don't know, if you're buying like all these sections of track, I guess it would help. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. But, the last thing I want to do is buy a bunch of track and then not use it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Then you got to offload it somewhere, hopefully get your money back,
it's like,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
It's like you never get it back. I mean, especially in turnouts, like turnouts are expensive,
Sure.
And, you never get it back.
Nah.
Yeah. So, I don't like wasting money.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to wind up having a bunch of flex track left over, so I might keep it around just in case I want to do any changes. But I'm going to have I think like 15 or 20 spare pieces. I forget where I had bought it from, but I had a coupon code, and on top of that, it was like on a holiday weekend or something. So I got a really good deal on buying a whole box of Atlas track. So I think I'm going to have a boatload left over. So who knows? I might gift it away or just keep it around in case I plan on doing any changes. It's always good to have some for mistakes,
Yeah. Yeah, like I bought a lot of flex track that I probably won't use. I bought 2 little bundles of, I guess there's 6 in a bundle, and I don't know what I was thinking, because it's like layout's only 59 inches long, and I bought all this flex track thinking, I got plenty, and it was like I get it there, and it was like get it, it was like, man, I could like do my layout 3 times.
Well, you also have those offshoots, like that sections of
so they'll take up the track.
Sure, I'm sure you'll use it.
I'm sure I'll come close to. Who knows? We'll see.
Yep.
So, but we'll see. I can't wait to start laying track. But like I said, I just need to get some turnouts, and then I'll be okay. And other things,
I wish that was the case, Heath, but I don't know anyone who doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah, we all make mistakes,
You got spare flex? We can talk on the home next. So John's bargaining, saying if I got a bunch of flex track, I might be able to do it next time. Nice. I like it. But John will talk, definitely.
Everything has a price, right?
Oh. All right, Tom. Have a good one, buddy.
Good night, Tom.
Oh. So who knows? I guess look for another video coming out soon when I get the track finished.
It looks like you're going to have an update.
Looks like there's an update coming out, hopefully soon. Who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
Um, so I have so been waiting for this bridge to be complete, and I actually held off on it because I figured, hey, wouldn't it be cool? Like I said, I got the one working. Unfortunately, it was I learned actually something when I got the first one, the first side of the bridge done, which is actually that inside loop. And it turns out, even though, again, we don't make mistakes, right? So when it was designed on paper, um, it was an 18-inch curve. Anywhere there are some straight pieces to it because obviously the sides come down straight. But the bottom loop and where it turns into the bridge, I made sure that any turn was no less than 18 inches. So on paper, I got that correct. I'm guessing it didn't transfer from paper to board in that way, because as I got the bridge completed, when I started running trains on it, the trains would run fine one way and derail going the other. And I fought for a couple of weeks thinking that this was like a bad joint, or there was something like physically wrong with the track. And then it wasn't until I pulled off the 6-axle locomotive and put the 4-axle locomotive on there that all problems stopped. So then I got to thinking with my noggin that apparently the turn must be too tight for a 6-axle, which for me honestly isn't. It's not a well, I can't use the word showstopper because that's referring to something else. It's not a big deal because I do have those two CSX-9 locomotives that I plan on doing a consist on, and those run around that track just fine both ways. So I guess I could just say that track 2, that inner middle loop, will just be for those two locomotives. So it'll have a dedicated track just for those two. So I'll have to keep my my 6-axles just strictly for the outside two tracks, which we've all seen that works on the first track. It goes all the way around the other part of the layout. There's another update that's gonna come out eventually. So as I mentioned earlier, I had some internet issues earlier in the week, and I think most of you guys are familiar with my internet setup back there. It's actually on the back wall, right above the train layout. So that was there first before the train layout was built. So I had some issues with the internet, and I had to have Verizon call in a technician to come in and actually look at how it was laid out. And they decided that they were going to replace my router with a similar router. So the guy came in, real nice technician, came in, replaced the router, actually hung out here for maybe about 30 minutes. We were just watching, speeds and stuff online and connectivity, and it seemed to be okay. And then he left, and no sooner did he leave, problems all started again. So I had to call in this second technician to come out. And long story short, the reason I'm telling you this is because when the first guy came in and he had to go where the router box is mounted, he looked at my bridge, and the first thing he said was, "I'm not going near that." And I'm like, oh crap, he won't go under it to get to where the router is. So I had to take the 15 minutes to take the bridge apart and get it off the layout. And then that one small section that was actually made out of wood, which was made out of OSB. I had to find the screws that were mounted somewhere underneath the foam and actually take that apart so that the technician could get in there and do the work on the internet. So right now I've got the bridge back in place, but I don't have that other section in there. So now that I have that section out, I'm thinking of making it into either a lift out or possibly a drop down, or possibly even a lift up. So who knows? Who knows? But I guess that'll be another update coming down the road. So now I got two things planned, hopefully before Christmas. We'll see.
When's the next fifth Sunday of the month?
I'm not sure. I think it's a couple months away.
Yeah. Well, so you got some time. Maybe.
That's. I guess I have to work out a deal with John so I can get back up here.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. December is for. Oh, it's actually not that far away. January has. January has 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 31st ends on a Sunday. So, yeah, 2 months away. So
that's fast.
Hence why I built the layout U-shaped. Yes, I wish I had the room for that. But on the left hand side, so obviously you saw from my when I had the train layout up on screen, the big section that's on my left, I was able to get the loops to go back, but unfortunately over on the right, because of the way the HVAC system is, I was not able to make even a 36-inch turn, which would have given me an 18-inch radius, let alone putting in, 3 main lines. I just wouldn't have had the room. If I would have done it, it would have probably left me 18 inches to walk. And I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with me, but I married an Italian. This is not a beer belly. So it's not going to make a clearance of 18 inches.
Yeah, it's tight in there.
Yep. So, yeah, I wish I had the room, Ray, to make it freestanding. That would have been awesome. Definitely would have been awesome. No, Andy, my bridge is not fixed. As a matter of fact, when I put the abutments in, I cut out some pieces from spare parts of the abutments to actually put the bridge on top of the abutment, and then I put pieces in there to hold the bridge in place so that if I ever had to take it off, I could do that and slide it right back in without it moving back and forth. It also helps with cleaning, because I can remove the girder part and leave the track decking part. And then this way, if I ever had to clean the track, if I couldn't do it with a cleaning car, I could easily do that and take that off. And that was the one reason why I built the abutments the way they are. I submitted a bridge I built, but Heath wouldn't show it. I'm not sure what that means. Heath, what would you do to Andy? Yeah, you have an entire basement. Unfortunately, I only have half the length of the basement, Ian. And with the length of that part that I have, I'm also fighting with utilities. So my HVAC is in there. There's a bump out for what used to be like a dry bar back there, which cuts into the room also. It's a pain in the butt. I wish I would have planned it better at the time when I did build it. I unfortunately went with the thought of go big or go home, and I wanted to take up the space before my wife did. So I started building and got the framework done, and after the framework was done is when the track plan came. So the track plan was built after the framework, and I'm not saying that's why I have problems, but I think that's a majority of why it is the way it is. But I don't think even now, I don't think there was any other way to do that in this particular room. I mean, I could have just went and built framework that would have held the track itself, but that's going to cut out any room for any buildings or scenery or anything. You know, if I ever do plan on doing that. I mean, I do plan on doing that, but honestly, to tell you the truth, scenery and buildings are secondary in my mind. I want to run trains. I want to see the trains go. I want to hear the trains go. Getting all three tracks running at the same time is my main goal at this point.
What do you guys mean by freestanding?
Meaning there's nothing else around it. So if you look at Ray's, for example, Ray's kind of sits in the middle of the room. No, well, maybe not in the middle of the room. I don't want to describe it incorrectly, but it's not bolted into a wall or you know, up against anything where you can't get to any side. For example, if you were to put legs on your bench work, yours would be freestanding. Mine is built and bolted to two walls.
Oh, okay. I thought he was talking about the bridge. I thought they were talking.
Oh, no. Yeah, he's talking about his layout. Yeah, it's his whole layout.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. I was lost there for a bit. You guys were talking about a bridge. Then you start talking about freestanding, and I'm like,
switched.
what are you talking about freestanding? Isn't your bridge whatever. Okay. Now we're on the same page. Thanks, Ray. And it's a bummer that we couldn't get this going tonight, but it was okay.
Yeah. I'm really bummed because now I just feel like a dope sitting in front of a camera. Well, I'm glad you were here because if I was solo, I think I might have cried, honestly. Oh, jeez. Well, who knows? Maybe you know,
it might have worked.
It might have worked. It might have worked. See, this is exactly why. I know you and I had talked before, and you and I had talked before, and I was trying to get John to come over here because my whole idea was I was going to split the screen and have John in the train room working, and I was going to sit here and chat with you and let him do the work, and then I could have it all would have worked out then, and you could have seen it complete. Ray, you can see up there, Ray, once all the showstopper is dealt with, the door is always open to visitors. I feel the same way. If you can get past my guard dog, I mean my wife, same rules apply. Anyone is welcome. Absolutely. John says we managed to salvage it to a decent show. Well, I'm definitely glad I got your approval, John. I don't think this could have gone any other way. So
I don't know if it was perfect, Jason.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say perfect. Oh, you know what?
It was passable.
It's passable. Yeah,
it's passable.
So weird. So well, we are at 9:00, and in STS fashion, we're going to keep these shows to an hour. I'm pretty sure you no longer want to see me or hear me.
Or me.
So I don't know what else to say other than thank you for stopping by.
Thanks
it looks like we got 18 likes out of the show, so there's 18 people who like me. I'm going to try to work on getting those two things done in the layout room, and I will get updates out to you guys because Now I feel like I've disappointed you all. But I will try and get them done and get updates out for you guys to watch. Um, Jerry, thank you so much
Oh, you're welcome.
for coming up here and helping me out with this. Again, if it wasn't for you, I think I would have been a big baby crying on screen.
Oh, you're welcome.
No,
Thanks
you know
for
what I
asking.
would have been? I would have been a guy in that room talking to myself without anybody telling me, Rick, we can't hear you.
Yeah,
So that would have been a terrible show.
they'd have to call
But
you.
definitely.
Yeah.
I also want to give a shout out to the STS guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to come up here and make a total fool out of myself for the 5th Sunday of November. I hope you guys got at least a good laugh out of it. But yeah, if anybody's interested, I'm looking for a wireless microphone for Christmas. So that's now on my list. Let Santa know. Drop one off here. If you can get his fat ass down the chimney, I'll take it. So, all right, guys, I will leave it at that. Thank you so much. Thank you, STS guys. Thank you, Jerry. I hope we all learned a lesson. I'm not sure what I learned at this one, but my embarrassment is truly showing. So
Thanks,
I will leave it
everybody.
there. Guys, I believe John is up next week for Sidetrack Sunday. Make sure you tune into his channel. He's going to do the first week of December. Let's keep this all going, and yeah, let's give these guys some love. So thank you again, Rail Riders. I'll catch you later.
Good night, guys. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Sparky, don't watch the replay. It wasn't worth it.
On that note, I'm out.